My dear brothers and sisters, I am speaking directly to you today, the chosen ones, the ones who have been set apart, the carriers of light, the ones who feel deeply in a world that has grown cold. If you are listening to this right now, understand this clearly. You are not here by accident. This message did not randomly appear in your life. It was drawn to you because of who you are and because of the assignment resting on your spirit. The path of the chosen one has never been easy, and it was never meant to be. You were not called to blend in. You were called to stand out, to carry truth, to move with purpose, and to fulfill a mission far greater than personal comfort. But there is something many chosen ones do not fully realize until much later in life. And that is this: your calling is not only spiritual, it is also financial. The enemy understands something very well. He knows that if he can restrict your resources, he can delay your mission. If he can place pressure on your finances, he can distract your focus. If he can keep you struggling just to survive, he can silence your voice before it ever reaches the people you were sent to help. That is why the battle over your money is not random. It is not just bad luck. It is not just poor timing. It is a strategic spiritual attack designed to weaken your assignment. Many chosen ones grow up believing that money is separate from spirituality, that struggling financially somehow makes them more holy, more humble, or more acceptable in the eyes of God. But hear me carefully, lack is not a badge of honor, and poverty is not proof of righteousness. Money itself is not evil. Money is a tool, and in the hands of a chosen one, it becomes a weapon for impact, for freedom, and for purpose. When your finances are under constant attack, it is not because you are unworthy, it is because you are dangerous. The enemy does not waste time fighting people who pose no threat. He targets those whose future carries influence, reach, and transformation. And if he cannot stop your faith, he will attempt to starve your resources. Think about it. How many times have you felt called to do more, to start something, to help someone to move in obedience, but you were held back by finances? Not because the vision was unclear, but because the resources were limited. That is not coincidence. That is opposition. Chains around your finances eventually become chains around your confidence, your creativity, and your courage. And slowly, without realizing it, many chosen ones begin to shrink their dreams to match their bank accounts instead of expanding their faith to match God's promises. But today, that pattern ends. Today, we expose the traps that have silently drained chosen ones for generations. Because once a trap is exposed, it loses its power. The enemy thrives in secrecy, confusion, and ignorance. But the moment light enters, his strategies collapse. That is why this message is not meant for everyone. It is meant for those who are ready to take responsibility for their calling and their stewardship. Before we go any further, pause with me for a moment. If something in your spirit is stirring right now, if you feel a quiet confirmation that this message is speaking directly to your situation, do not ignore it. That is alignment. That is divine timing. I want you to take one simple step of obedience. Subscribe to this channel right now, because the revelations you are about to receive are not just information. They are instructions that can change your relationship with money and unlock the next phase of your calling. And for those who know deep inside that this message has reached them at the exact moment they needed it, type 1111 in the comments section below as a declaration that you are aligning with divine order, divine wisdom, and divine provision. You see, discipline with money is not just about budgeting or restraint. It is spiritual warfare. Every dollar you manage with wisdom becomes a shield protecting your destiny. Every resource you steward well becomes reinforcement for your mission. When resources are wasted, the shield weakens. But when resources are guarded, directed, and aligned, a fortress is built around your purpose. The enemy fears a chosen one who understands this truth, because a chosen one with spiritual authority and financial discipline is unstoppable. That is why the attacks have been subtle, emotional, and often disguised as normal life. But from this moment forward, you will see clearly. You will recognize what was designed to drain you, delay you, and distract you. And as we begin to uncover these traps, one by one, you will no longer walk in confusion or guilt, but in wisdom, clarity, and strength. Prepare yourself, because what you are about to hear is not meant to scare you. It is meant to free you. Now let us begin. Now let us move deeper, because once the battlefield is revealed, the enemy's strategies must be exposed one by one. The first trap that has stolen more money from chosen ones than almost anything else is impulse spending. This trap is dangerous because it does not look like an attack. It disguises itself as comfort, reward, generosity, or even self-care. Chosen ones are emotional beings by design. You feel deeply, you empathize strongly, and your heart is sensitive to both pain and joy. This sensitivity allows you to connect with people in a powerful way, but it also makes you vulnerable when it is not disciplined. The enemy understands this. He waits for moments when you are tired, discouraged, lonely, or overwhelmed, and then he whispers quietly, "You deserve this. You need this. This will make you feel better." And before wisdom has time to speak, your emotions take control. You buy things you did not plan for, not because you need them, but because you are trying to soothe an inner discomfort. Some chosen ones spend money when they feel sad, others when they feel excited, and some when they feel unappreciated. In every case, the purchase is not about the item, it is about the emotion attached to it. The enemy knows that if he can keep you emotionally reactive, he can keep you financially undisciplined. And undisciplined finances lead to delayed destiny. Understand this truth clearly. Discipline with money is not restriction, it is protection. Every time you pause before spending, you are choosing purpose over pleasure. Every time you resist impulse, you are strengthening the shield around your future. Money wasted on emotion weakens your defenses, but money guarded with wisdom builds a fortress around your calling. The second trap is wrong associations, and this one cuts deeply because it involves people you care about. Your circle will either multiply your resources or slowly drain them. There is no neutral ground. Many chosen ones enter their calling with pure hearts, wanting to help, to give, to support, and to uplift everyone around them. But not everyone around you is assigned to go where you are going. Some people are connected to you only for a season, and others are connected to your resources, not your vision. These are the people who always appear when you have something to give, but disappear when you need support, prayer, or encouragement. They feel entitled to your money, your time, and your energy, yet they contribute nothing to your growth. This is not generosity, it is sabotage disguised as relationship. The enemy uses guilt, loyalty, and fear of rejection to keep chosen ones financially tied to people who have no intention of building with them. Every time you say yes, when God is telling you no, you leak strength. Every time you fund someone else's comfort at the expense of your assignment, you delay your own elevation. Saying no does not make you selfish, it makes you obedient. Boundaries are not rejection, they are alignment. When you remove wrong associations, you make room for divine partnerships that will multiply your efforts instead of draining them. The third trap is debt, and this is one of the strongest financial prisons in the modern world. Debt is subtle because it is normalized. Everyone has it, everyone accepts it, and everyone is told it is simply a part of life. But debt is not neutral. Debt is a chain. When you are buried under payments, interest, and obligations, your focus shifts away from purpose and toward survival. Your creativity is consumed by stress. Your prayers are distracted by pressure. Your time is owned by systems that profit from your bondage. This is why debt is not just financial, it is spiritual. It places weight on your anointing and limits your ability to move freely when God calls you to act. Many chosen ones feel stuck not because they lack vision, but because their finances are already promised to creditors. Hear this clearly. Freedom is God's design for you. You may not escape debt overnight, but you can break its power step by step. Refuse the lie that debt is normal and unavoidable. Refuse to build a lifestyle that requires constant borrowing to maintain appearances. You were not called to impress people, you were called to fulfill an assignment. Every payment you eliminate, every obligation you reduce, is another chain falling off your life. As your financial burden lightens, your spiritual sensitivity increases. As your freedom grows, your obedience becomes easier. The enemy wants chosen ones, tired, stressed, and distracted. But a chosen one walking in discipline, discernment, and freedom becomes dangerous to his plans. These first traps may seem ordinary, but their impact is eternal. Emotional spending, wrong associations, and debt are not random struggles. They are calculated strategies designed to keep you busy, fighting bills instead of building the kingdom. But now, you see them. And what you see clearly can no longer control you. As we continue, the next traps will go even deeper because the enemy does not stop at your wallet. He aims for your mind, your habits, and your obedience. Stay with me, because what comes next will explain why so many chosen ones pray for increase, yet never see it stay. Now we step into a deeper layer of this battle, because the enemy does not only attack your emotions or your relationships, he also targets your mind, your habits, and your actions. This is where many chosen ones become confused, because they pray sincerely, they believe strongly, yet they keep cycling through financial struggle without understanding why. The fourth trap is lack of financial education, and this trap is devastating because it operates silently. Many chosen ones grow up hearing that money is worldly, that focusing on finances is unspiritual, or that God will somehow handle everything without their participation. But hear this clearly. Faith without wisdom produces frustration. Prayer without understanding leads to repeated loss. Scripture tells us plainly that people perish for lack of knowledge, and this truth applies just as much to money as it does to faith. You can receive financial breakthroughs and still lose everything if you do not know how to manage what comes into your hands. Money will always escape a person who does not respect it, understand it, or steward it wisely. This is why some chosen ones experience sudden blessings followed by sudden lack. They celebrate the increase but never prepare for responsibility. They pray for overflow but never learn how to budget, save, or multiply. The enemy counts on this ignorance. He knows that what you do not understand will always control you. Without education, money becomes emotional, impulsive, and unstable. But with wisdom, money becomes intentional, directed, and powerful. God is not against you having wealth, but He will not pour abundance into a leaking vessel. Learning financial principles is not a lack of faith, it is an act of obedience. When you take time to learn how money works, you are honoring the resources God entrusts to you. You do not need to become a financial expert, but you must become a responsible steward. The moment wisdom meets faith, stability is born. The fifth trap is emotional giving, and this one is especially dangerous for chosen ones because generosity flows naturally from your heart. Giving is a divine principle. It opens doors, it breaks chains, and it invites increase. But the enemy is subtle. He takes holy principles and twists them just enough to cause harm. Emotional giving happens when generosity is driven by guilt, pressure, pity, or manipulation, rather than discernment and obedience. You feel moved in the moment. Someone shares a story. A need is presented urgently, and without pausing to seek guidance, you release resources God never instructed you to give. Not every need is your assignment. Not every cry is your responsibility. When you give without discernment, you place your seed in the wrong soil. And seed placed in the wrong soil produces no harvest. Instead of multiplication, you experience depletion. Many chosen ones give until they are exhausted, financially drained and confused about why nothing seems to return. This leads to bitterness, doubt, and sometimes resentment toward the very principle that was meant to bless them. True, giving requires alignment. When God directs your giving, your seed carries power. When emotions direct your giving, your resources are scattered. Even Jesus taught that pearls should not be cast where they will be trampled. That is not a lack of love, it is wisdom. Giving without instruction is not sacrifice, it is disobedience disguised as compassion. Learn to pause, learn to ask, learn to wait for confirmation. Generosity guided by wisdom protects your future and honors God at the same time. The sixth trap is procrastination, and this one has quietly stolen more opportunities from chosen ones than outright failure ever could. Procrastination does not announce itself as rebellion. It sounds reasonable. It says, wait until you feel ready. Wait until you have more resources. Wait until the timing feels perfect. But delay is one of the enemy's most effective weapons because it keeps you inactive while convincing you that you are being cautious. Chosen ones often carry powerful ideas, visions, and instructions, seeds placed in their spirit for a specific time and season. But when action is delayed, the seed remains dormant. Opportunities expire. Doors close. Momentum fades. Every idea delayed is potential income lost. Every vision postponed is impact reduced. The world does not pause while you hesitate. God does not require perfection before movement. He requires obedience. Faith itself demands action, and action often comes before clarity. Many chosen ones miss financial breakthroughs, not because they lack talent or calling, but because they wait too long to move. Procrastination slowly trains you to doubt your own obedience. It convinces you that tomorrow will be safer than today, when in reality delay only strengthens fear. Failure at least teaches lessons. Delay teaches nothing except hesitation. When you move in obedience, even imperfectly, doors begin to open. Resources align. Connections appear. Confidence grows. But when you remain still, nothing shifts. The enemy does not need to destroy you if he can keep you waiting. He does not need to stop your calling if he can slow your steps. Chosen one, the time to act is not when everything feels ready. The time to act is when God speaks. Small steps taken in faith unlock greater steps later. Movement breaks stagnation. Obedience breaks delay. As these traps are exposed, understand that the enemy's goal is not just to keep you poor, it is to keep you passive, uneducated, and inactive. A chosen one who lacks wisdom, gives without discernment, and delays obedience will remain stuck no matter how strong their faith feels. But the moment you combine faith with knowledge, generosity with wisdom, and vision with action, something shifts. You move from survival to stewardship, from confusion to clarity, from delay to alignment. And as we continue, the next traps will strike even closer to your identity and purpose, because the enemy's final strategies are designed to disconnect you from the very assignment that finances are meant to support. Stay with me, because what comes next will explain why some chosen ones work hard, yet feel empty, and why alignment, not effort, determines true provision. Now we move into a level that many chosen ones find uncomfortable, because these traps do not just affect your wallet, they strike directly at your identity and your purpose. This is where the enemy becomes more aggressive, because when he cannot fully control your money through emotions, ignorance, or delay, he attempts to disconnect you from the very assignment that provision is meant to support. The seventh trap is laziness in purpose, and this does not always look like doing nothing. Often it looks like being busy with the wrong things. Many chosen ones are active, hard-working, and exhausted, yet they are not aligned. They are investing time, energy, and even money into paths God never assigned them to walk. Heaven finances vision, not distraction. When you step outside, your calling provision slows not as punishment, but as protection. God will not fully fund what He did not authorize. This is why some chosen ones work harder than ever and still feel stuck financially. They are moving, but not in the right direction. Spiritual laziness is not always inactivity, it is avoidance. Avoiding the uncomfortable assignment. Avoiding the thing that requires courage, discipline, or faith. Instead, you choose what feels safer, easier, or more familiar, and then wonder why fulfillment and provision feel blocked. Your money, your influence, and your breakthroughs are tied to your obedience. When you abandon your assignment, resources scatter. When you return to alignment, provision begins to follow. Ask yourself, honestly, are you busy or are you obedient? Are you productive or are you purposeful? The moment you stop running from your calling and fully step into it, things begin to shift. Doors open, support appears, ideas gain traction. The enemy fears a chosen one who is fully aligned, because alignment creates momentum that cannot be easily stopped. Do not waste your life chasing what God never told you to pursue. Your assignment carries provision within it. The eighth trap is comparison, and this one quietly drains both joy and money at the same time. Comparison is dangerous because it distorts perception. Chosen ones begin to look around and measure their progress against others instead of against obedience. You see people your age, your peers, or even people with less discipline displaying wealth, success, and comfort, and something begins to stir inside you. Insecurity whispers that you are behind. Pride urges you to prove something. Fear pressures you to catch up. And before you realize it, your spending decisions and priorities shift away from divine instruction and toward imitation. You buy what you cannot afford. You chase lifestyles that are not assigned to you. You invest in appearances instead of purpose. The enemy knows that if he can pull your eyes off your lane, he can drain your resources, trying to run a race you were never called to finish. You were not chosen to compete. You were chosen to be distinct. Comparison is an insult to your calling because it suggests that God made a mistake in your timing, your path, or your process. Every chosen one has a custom assignment and a custom season. Some are built slowly. Some are prepared quietly. Some are hidden until the exact moment they are needed. When you compare, you rush what God intended to mature. You spend money trying to feel validated instead of investing resources into what truly matters. Contentment is not settling. Contentment is trust. It is the confidence that God knows exactly where you are and exactly what you need. When you stay in your lane, peace returns. When peace returns, clarity follows. And when clarity leads your decisions, money stops leaking through insecurity. Comparison does not motivate, it manipulates. It steals joy, distorts vision, and drains provision. The enemy does not need to destroy you if he can keep you dissatisfied. But chosen one, your value is not measured by what others display. Your success is measured by obedience. When you honor your unique path, your provision will arrive at the right pace in the right way, and with the right purpose attached. These traps reveal something critical. Financial struggle is often not about effort, intelligence, or even opportunity. It is about alignment. When you are misaligned, even abundance will feel empty. When you are aligned, even small provision feels sufficient. Laziness in purpose and comparison work together to disconnect chosen ones from fulfillment. One keeps you avoiding your assignment. The other keeps you chasing someone else's. Both drain resources. Both weaken focus. Both delay destiny. But once exposed, their power breaks. You were never meant to live reacting to what others are doing or running from what God asked you to do. You were meant to move with clarity, confidence, and conviction. As we approach the final part of this message, understand this clearly. The enemy's greatest fear is not that you will make money. His greatest fear is that you will make money while remaining aligned, disciplined, and obedient. Because a chosen one operating in purpose with resources becomes unstoppable. In the next and final section, we will uncover the most critical trap of all, the one that overrides every other strategy if left unchecked. Stay with me, because this final truth determines whether everything you have heard becomes transformation or just information. Now we arrive at the final and most critical trap of all, the one that determines whether everything you have heard becomes true transformation or fades away as just another message. This final trap overrides every other strategy the enemy uses, because even if you master discipline, cut off wrong, associations, escape, debt, gain, knowledge, give wisely, act without delay, and walk in alignment, ignoring this one truth can still destroy your progress. The ninth trap is ignoring divine wisdom. This is the most dangerous trap because it is subtle, personal, and often quiet. God does not always shout. He often whispers. He gives instructions through nudges, impressions, warnings, and inner restraint. Do not buy that. Do not move yet. Walk away. Wait. Start now. Call this person. Leave that place. These instructions are not random thoughts. They are divine intelligence designed to protect your destiny and your resources. But many chosen ones override these whispers with logic, emotion, pressure, or advice from others. They say this makes sense financially. Everyone else is doing it. I do not want to miss out, or I will pray later. And in that moment, divine protection is exchanged for human reasoning. The enemy does not need to trap you if he can convince you to ignore guidance. Losses that could have been avoided suddenly appear. Regret follows. Confusion sets in. And the chosen one begins to question themselves, not realizing that disobedience, not lack of blessing, caused the setback. Divine wisdom sees what you cannot see. It sees timing, hidden motives, future consequences, and unseen traps. It knows when to move and when to wait. When you obey divine instruction, even when it does not make sense, you position yourself under protection. When you ignore it, you expose yourself unnecessarily. Many chosen ones have stories of deals. They felt uneasy about relationships. They felt warned against purchases that felt rushed, or decisions they felt pressured into, only to later realize that the warning was real. That was not fear. That was wisdom. The Spirit is the greatest financial advisor you will ever have. Books can teach principles. Mentors can share experience. Systems can provide structure. But divine wisdom provides precision. It speaks to your exact situation at the exact moment you need it. Ignoring it is not independence, it is vulnerability. Obedience is not weakness, it is alignment. When you honor divine guidance, you shorten your learning curve, protect your peace, and preserve your resources. This is why some chosen ones seem to move effortlessly, while others struggle despite working harder. One listens, the other resists. Understand this clearly. The battle over your money has never been just about money. It has always been about control. If the enemy can control your resources, he can influence your choices. If he can influence your choices, he can delay your calling. But today, that control is broken. You have now seen the traps: emotional spending, wrong associations, debt, lack of education, emotional giving, procrastination, laziness in purpose, comparison, and ignoring divine wisdom. These were not random struggles in your life. They were coordinated attempts to weaken your assignment. But exposure removes power. Awareness creates authority. And obedience restores alignment. From this moment forward, you are no longer fighting blind. You are equipped. You are aware. You are responsible. And responsibility is not a burden, it is a gateway to freedom. God does not release greater resources to those who desire comfort. He releases them to those who demonstrate stewardship. Prosperity in the hands of a chosen one is not for luxury alone, it is for impact. It is for freedom. It is for expansion. It is for fulfilling assignments that require reach, influence, and provision. When money is aligned with purpose, it becomes a servant, not a master. Chosen one, hear this final truth and let it settle deep within you. You were never meant to struggle endlessly. You were never meant to live trapped between calling and survival. You were meant to walk in wisdom, discipline, and obedience. You are meant to have enough, not just for yourself, but for the mission placed on your life. And from this day forward, you have a choice. You can return to old patterns, or you can step into alignment. You can ignore what you have heard, or you can apply it. Transformation does not come from information. It comes from action. If this message has spoken to you, if you recognize yourself in these traps, and And if you are ready to break free from financial cycles that have followed you for years, do not stay silent. I want you to engage with this moment. Type 111 in the comments section if you know this message came to you in divine timing. Type 777 if you are committing to discipline, wisdom, and obedience from this day forward. And if one of these traps exposed something in your life, write the number of the trap in the comments as an act of awareness and accountability. Let this not just be a video you watched, but a line you crossed. Share this message with another chosen one who needs to hear it, because freedom multiplies when truth is shared. Subscribe to this channel if you are ready to walk in clarity, authority, and purpose, because what is coming next will take you even deeper into alignment and revelation. This is not the end of your story. It is the turning point. Walk forward in wisdom. Walk forward in obedience. And watch how provision begins to follow purpose.